English with Emily podcast. Hey, English learners, welcome back to the English with Emily podcast, your comfortable place to learn easy English through real conversations. I'm Emily.
And I'm Aaron. We're really happy you're here with us. Aaron, honest question. When was the last time you said, I'm just gonna look, and then you bought something?
Oh, yesterday. I opened one shopping app just to check a price, and somehow a new t-shirt ended up in my cart.
What? See, this is what I mean. Just looking is the first step to just buying.
Yeah, it's like the app whispers, come on, one more thing won't hurt, and then boom, money gone. Closet full, brain still not happy. If you're listening and thinking, uh-oh, that's me, hey, same. You're not alone.
Yeah, we've both felt stuck in buy more mode. Sales, odds, influencers, must-have lists. Whoa, it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Pressure to show, to post, to keep up, even when our bank account is like, please stop. My bank account almost fainted last month.
Oh, I get that. Mine needs CPR, like emergency help after every big sale. So today's episode is personal. We're talking about how to protect yourself from buying too much stuff and the 10 simple living rules that changed our lives.
10 rules. But don't worry, simple rules. Real life, not throw everything away and live with one spoon.
One spoon? No thanks.
Yeah, we still like comfort. We're not against things. We're just against buying things that steal your peace of mind.
Yes, that's the line. So we'll share how we were getting carried away with buying, how we started to cut back, how we learned to make do, and how simple living actually gave us more space, more time, and more money to save up.
And of course, we'll keep it in easy English so you can learn language and life at the same time.
Yes, this is a B1 level episode, so if you're intermediate, you're in a good place, and if you're a strong beginner, you can still follow. Just relax and let the English wash over you.
Yes, take what you understand, repeat the useful lines, and don't stress about every single word. That's still real learning. And hey, if you enjoy learning English like this, with real topics and easy conversation, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps more learners find us. And after you listen, we'd love to read your comments. Which one do you struggle with more? Buying too many things or feeling pressured to look successful? Even one sentence is perfect. All right, so how are we going to do this today? First, we'll talk about why buying too much stuff is so powerful, how it quietly pulls you in. Then, we'll share our 10 simple living rules, the rules that helped us stop buying problems and start buying peace. And finally, we'll collect the vocabulary in our word tour, explain them with simple examples, and help them stick in your English.
We really love your comments saying, I'm learning new vocabulary just by listening. And that makes us so happy because that's our goal. Daily life conversation first, vocabulary inside. No dictionary fight needed.
Yeah, no dictionary fights. Dictionary fights are banned on this podcast. Okay, let's start with the big question.
Yeah, why do we feel trapped in buy more mode in the first place?
Because it's not just about things, right? On paper, it sounds easy. Just don't buy. But in real life, it feels like we're swimming in buy, buy, buy.
Yeah, it's like the world is always selling something to your eyes, to your ears, to your feelings. So maybe we can start with a few quiet reasons, not to blame ourselves, just to see clearly.
Okay, reason 1.
Reason 1. Your brain loves new.
Oh, absolutely. When you see something new, a new color, a new style, a new version, your brain gets a tiny spark like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, like a little firework in your head. And companies know this, so they keep giving you new. New drops, new collections, limited edition, just launched. And we fall for it. Not because we're stupid, just because we're human.
I've definitely talked myself into things just because they were new.
Same. I don't really need it, but it's new, and maybe it will change my life.
Yeah, that's reason 1. Our brain loves new, and we can get carried away very fast.
Reason 2. Everyone around you makes it look normal.
Yes, let's talk about the phone example.
The iPhone one. Yeah, because now in many places, it feels like you need the latest iPhone just to be normal.
I remember this. My phone was working perfectly, no problem, but people around me started saying, "Oh, you still have that model?" Or "The new one has this camera, that feature."
Little comments, and slowly I started to feel old, out of date, like my phone was a problem even though it was fine, right? Nothing was broken except the feeling. And everywhere, ads, influencers, YouTube videos, it was like if you care about quality, you must have the latest.
So it stops being a phone and becomes a status symbol.
Yeah, you start to keep up with the Joneses, with friends, coworkers, people online. And the Joneses just means other people you compare yourself to.
Exactly. You don't want to look less, so your brain says, "Okay, I'll save up, I'll maybe stick to a budget for a while, but I must upgrade." And that feeling, "I must," is the trap, because suddenly it's not a choice. It feels like something you have to do, even though maybe you really wanted that money for something else, a course, a trip, support for your family.
So the phone is just one example, but this happens with clothes, bags, cars, even coffee shops.
Yeah, the message is if you don't have the latest, you're behind, and that's heavy.
Reason 3, we don't see the full cost.
Yeah, this one is sneaky. We see the price today, we don't see the time, energy, space, and stress tomorrow.
Like you buy just one more small thing, one t-shirt, one gadget, one decoration, then another and another. Each one feels like no big deal, but if you add up all those small things over a month, wow, that's a lot of money. And they take space in your room and in your mind.
So in the end, buying too much stuff feels powerful because it gives your brain new spark, uses comparison to push you, and hides the real cost.
Exactly, but the beautiful thing is you're not powerless.
Yeah, we can't control all the ads, all the pressure, but we can create small rules for ourselves, rules that protect our money, our space, and our peace of mind.
And that's where our simple living rules come in. Not scary rules, not throw everything away and live in a white box.
Yeah, no one spoon, one plate lifestyle here. Just gentle rules that helped us cut back on the noise and make do with what really matters.
So let's go through them slowly, one by one.
10 rules for 2026 you can actually use.
Rule 1, buy nice or buy twice.
Oof, that sounds serious.
It kind of is. It means if you always buy the cheapest option, you might pay more later because you buy it again and again.
Yeah, you're almost too broke to buy cheap.
Exactly. That's what being frugal really is. Smart with money, not miserable.
I did this with shoes. I kept buying cheap sneakers. They looked fine for 1 week, then pain, holes, and back to the shop.
So you weren't just buying shoes, you were buying future problems.
Yes, extra pain, extra money, extra trash. One day I stopped and thought, if I add up all these cheap pairs, I could have bought one good pair.
One good pair you can make do with for a long time. So now my rule is buy the best quality I can honestly afford and then use it a lot. Not the most expensive name, just the best I can afford. And to stop impulse buys, you also started to research, right?
Yeah, I slow down. I read reviews, compare, think. Research is like a break from my shopping. It gives my brain time to breathe. So if you're listening, Rule 1 doesn't say buy nice. It says buy something solid, use it deeply, and don't keep replacing the same cheap thing. Your future self will thank you, and your feet too. Now, Rule 2 is more about feelings.
Rule 2, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
That phrase is so strong.
Yeah, but we can say it simply. If you don't feel clearly excited or sure, it's probably not for you. So a meh feeling is a no.
Yes, because meh items become clutter. They just sit there. Clothes you kind of like, gadgets you might use.
I had a t-shirt like that. Every time I opened my closet, I saw it and thought, maybe later. I talked myself into keeping it many times, but never wore it.
The closet ghost. Exactly. It just took space and quiet energy. Now, if my feeling is not a clear yes, I let it go. This rule also protects your time and energy. You can use the same filter for projects, invitations, even people.
Yeah, if it's not a real yes in your heart, it becomes heavy later. So before you buy, you can ask, am I honestly excited about this? Or am I just bored, sad, or copying someone else? If it's not a strong yes, it's a kind no.
Okay, next rule is for people who love organizing. Rule 3, declare first, then organize.
Ooh, this one called me out.
Why?
I used to buy boxes, baskets, cute labels. I thought if I organize everything, I'll be a new person.
Oh, the organization makeover. But the truth was, I didn't have an organizing problem. I had a too much stuff problem. I was just moving things from one box to another.
Yeah, if you organize clutter, you still have clutter, just in prettier boxes. So now my rule is, before buying any storage, I declutter. I ask, what can leave? What is in the way?
Then you organize what's left.
Yes, and suddenly you often don't need new baskets.